Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my career mode series, and this is the last episode of the season. And I know I said this was going to be 20 or 30 minutes, but I looked at the actual footage that I had, and I thought that all of my footage was from this season, but it actually goes into next season. I started playing into the third season. So to make up for that, I made this video, but also coming up, there's going to be another video, which is an award ceremony that has goal of the season and things like that in it. So that'll be up right after this video is put up. So I hope you enjoy it. But first up, we have a game against Bolton. And to have any hopes of getting that 5th place spot, which is really hinging on games like this, we need to do better, and those early chances are exactly what we do not need. But we would go on the attack and look a little more positive with Simon Yesel almost bagging a goal, and then Wayne Routledge almost pouncing on that rebound, but almost does not cut it, and we go into halftime 0-0. And just as in the first half, the second half chances were hard to come by. This header from Lucas Silva, the only real chance of the half. But then Bolton would unleash their attack, and some sloppy defending leads to a penalty. One of our central defenders just pushes over their attacker in the box, and this is not looking good for our 5th place hopes. But Lee's awful penalty saves us blushes, and we end this game all even like it started. Which, while I'm happy we didn't lose that game, these draws are not what we need right now. We need all 3 points anywhere we can get it, especially with games like this coming up against Manchester United. We all know this is going to be an extremely tough game, but we need all 3 points from this game. I don't know how many times I can say it to the boys for it to get it through their heads, but we need to win this game. We've pulled it out against United before at Old Trafford, and this time it's at Liberty Stadium, so we need to defend this house, and especially with United on 66 points and us on 65, we would hop into that 5th place spot if Spurs got a win, and if they lost, we would hop into that 4th place spot. So this game is important, and Leandro starts us off right in the 7th minute with our first goal of the game. We would then go on the attack again. This time it's Leandro going at them again, going for the jugular, but could not put that one into the back of the net. And then from a corner, Juan Jesus would get his head to that ball and put it into the back of the net in the 16th minute, and we were looking good for all 3 points. But of course, you can never count United out, and Danny Welbeck would chip the keeper here and put that nicely into the back of the net in the 23rd minute, and they were back into this game with a shout. But who else than Jesse Rodriguez would cut into the box and have a pop? Of course, it goes into the bottom corner. Luck is on our side in this first half, and we are up 3-1. But United know they need to stay within striking distance, and Robin van Persie gives them that with a deft header in the 28th minute. Leandro would go on the attack again, this time Tony Vilhena feeding him, and he almost restores our 2-goal cushion. And right before the stroke of halftime, United would go on the attack, and this time it would be Shinji Kagawa going through on goal and just sliding that one into the bottom corner to have us all level at 3-3, and that is exactly how we would go into halftime. We needed to pick it up. In the second half, Leandro was hungry for another goal, and that time he tests David De Gea, but just cannot put that one into the back of the net. But Joris Akori is another story, bounces that one in off the crossbar, and then from the volley, puts it into the back of the net for our 4th goal of the game. Then Jesse Rodriguez would start yet another attack, and Leandro gets his head to that ball and just pounds it into that net for our 5th goal of the game in the 66th minute. But United were not done. Once again, our defending lets us down, and Robin van Persie has the net at his mercy with that left foot, and they were within 1 goal yet again. And in stoppage time, they get a corner, and I was dying. I knew that this was going to be dangerous. And of course, it is Robin van Persie getting his head to that ball in stoppage time to bring it level at 5-5. And that is exactly how we end this game, dropping 2 points and not getting that 5th place or 4th place spot. And of course, Spurs get a 3-0 win. And so our 5th place hopes are quickly fading. And with 2 games left, we need to win both games, and we need United or Spurs to lose both games, or lose at least one of the games, for us to have a fighting chance. And our next game is against Liverpool at Anfield. We've had some absolutely epic battles with Liverpool before, but hopefully this is one of those easy and boring 2 or 1-0 wins against the Reds. But, of course, Luis Suarez wanted to cut his teeth on our defense, and as soon as he got a bite of that ball, he would put it into the back of the net in the 18th minute. And then Wayne Routledge would try something J-Rod-esque, but would fire that one over the post. And then Liverpool would get a corner, and I had a bad feeling about this. Luis Suarez would once again try to eat us alive, but the big Slovakian Martin Skrtel would get his foot to that and put it into the back of the net, and we go into halftime losing 2-0. And in the dressing room, I told the boys that we need to do better, and Pablo Sarabia heard my prayers, feeding this ball to Leandro, and after some luck, we are able to grab a goal back in the 51st minute. Wayne Routledge would then try to redeem himself, but he is unable to put that one into the back of the net, although this time he puts it on frame. But then Jesse Rodriguez would come into the game and completely change it like he does and get our second goal in the 85th minute. And this was looking like it was going to be yet another draw. That is until Joris Okorie brings down Lucas Leiva in the box and we concede yet another penalty. The Uruguayan Luis Suarez steps up, sinks his teeth into this ball, but bites off a little more than he can chew and straight Sergio Ramoses that shit into the stratosphere, and we end this game all even at 2-2. And with that result and a 2-1 win for Manchester United over Bolton, 5th place is looking farther and farther away, which is extremely disappointing. I wanted to do a little bit better than we did last season, but Manchester City pick up the FA Cup and Chelsea pick up the Premier League. And then Valencia win the EuroLeague, so the big three competitions besides the Champions Cup have all been claimed by these teams. But Guillaume Palomat says that he wants to be called up into the first team, and so he is looking promising, and I have no problem giving chances to youngsters when our team is playing like we currently are. But next up, we have our last game of the season against West Bromwich Albion, a team that we should be able to get all 3 points against, but we need to win this game by a margin of 6 goals or more, and Spurs need to lose their game by at least 1 goal for us to get that 5th place spot. So the challenge was on, but Leandro is up to the task and gets our first goal in the 4th minute. West Brom would go on the attack, and Thomas is almost able to put that one into the net after a beautiful lofted through ball, but he puts it narrowly wide, and we go into halftime ahead 1-0 against West Bromwich Albion. After the restart, Jesse Rodriguez would weave in and out of the defense and almost put that one on frame, but he also puts it narrowly wide. But he knew there was no margin for error, and after a nice stop and turn, he puts that one into the back of the net in the 66th minute, and we are up 2-0. From this corner, West Brom are able to get a shot on goal, but Alphonse Arela keeps it out with some sure hands. And then the all-powerful J-Rod aimed to put this one out of reach for West Brom and does just that with our 3rd goal of the game in the 80th minute. But then the disappointing end to this season takes a turn for the worst, and Jesse Rodriguez goes down with an injury, and it looks serious, and he'll probably be out for a couple of months, missing all of our preseason and possibly even the beginning of our next season. But we win that game 3-0, but of course Spurs come through with a draw, which crushes all hopes for 5th place this season, and we also get news that Jesse Rodriguez has broken his ankle and will be out for 3 months. But we do get $7.4 million for our place in the Premier League, so that is not all bad news. And also Guillaume Palomat has accepted that contract and will be coming up into the first team for next season. Alright guys, that is where this episode and this season will end. I hope you enjoyed everything, and the 3rd season will be coming up probably tomorrow if everything goes right. I'm out of school now, so I have plenty of time until I start my new job. And so I should be able to get an episode up tomorrow. But I hope you enjoy this episode, and I hope you enjoy the award ceremony, and I will see you next season. Alright guys, have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.